Hey Al, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out. April spoke with you last week, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to really increase your traffic online. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, looking at your site, I love your logo. I think it looks very clean. Your site is very laid out very well. The one thing looking at your site though is that there's just not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text. In this instance, I'm talking about text. And really, there's a couple reasons why you want a lot of content. The first is so that you can be found for keywords. So, looking at what you are ranking for, your Santa Barbara roofing, you're on the second page. That's great. Roofing Santa Barbara, you're on the second page. Al's Roofing, you're number one for Al's Roofing, you're number four for Al's Roofing. Sorry, number 10 for Al Roofing, and obviously there's quite a few Al Roofings and Al Roofings throughout the country. So I'm not sure if they're specifically targeting you, but you are getting quite a bit of traffic there, so that's good. Uh, Santa Barbara roofing contractor, Santa Barbara. You're doing really well in quite a few keywords. The problem is that as you know, a lot of people don't go to the second page or the third page. They typically stay on the first page. So you're not getting a lot of traffic outside of the stuff that you're on the first page for. But a lot of these buyer intent keywords or keywords that people would search for if they were looking to buy something like Santa Barbara roofing, right? If I was wanting to rank for Santa Barbara roofing, I would have that as a heading, um, in some way, shape, or form. And these headings are important. H1, H2, H3 tags. They're one of the first things that Google crawls. And then, text, as well as maybe saving these images as particular keywords. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have these keywords in a couple of places and that they are verbatim as typed in within your content. So it allows you to rank a lot faster and more efficiently with those keywords in your content. And then another reason why content's so important is because they are a ranking factor. So, content is super important, and Google has an algorithm to determine what websites get ranked higher than others. And one of the factors within that is content. Not only quality of content, but also quantity. So it's about how much content you have. And the more content you have, the like Wikipedia, the more likely you are to be number one. And especially content's super important, especially if you're trying to beat out directories like Yelp and stuff like that. Like they do have a lot of content usually within their site. So content with adding content specifically, making sure your headings are correct. Have them throughout your site. There's always stuff you can add in the footer. All that stuff's very important, and that would be my first tip. My second tip would be to really build and strengthen this Google My Business listing. So, what a lot of people don't realize is that these are really important, and I'll go over the importance with them right after I show you exactly ways you can build them up. So, one of the ways is reviews, right? You want as many 5-star reviews as possible. And if you think about when you're buying something, you're purchasing something, one of the things that always stands out that you want to look at is reviews. What did people think of them when they used them before? So, you really want as many 5-star reviews as possible. And there's ways to get those. Obviously, you can go purchase them. There are some companies out there that you can purchase reviews from. You also can uh, the do it the more natural way, which is the best way, is to get them done from companies that are clients that are already using you. And we have a couple of ways in which that we like to show people how to do them, and it works out. But I'm gonna for time purposes, I'm gonna leave that out. If you'd like to know more, please feel free to reach out. But another way to build this up is you want all this information that's here consistent throughout all the web. So anytime you do a directory, like if your Yelp hours don't match these hours, or if your porch hours don't match these hours, or if your address is different on um, Angie's List or MapQuest, like all those things come into place. Your phone number, you want all the information to be consistent throughout the web. And anytime it's not, Google kind of dings you for that because they want to see consistency throughout all your information. And then these photos, you want them tagged for specific locations, geotagged, and you also want them saved and tagged as specific keywords. So anytime you upload a photo, have them tagged in locations, have them tagged as a keyword that you want to rank for. And the reason why is so when people are searching for roofing Santa Barbara, for instance, okay, the first thing that pops up is ads. And these ads, are just a great way, like your Google My Business listing, to get in front of people because everybody searches differently. Some people will click on the first thing they see, right? Some people will skip altogether and go to this map pack. And this is where you want to be in the top three because they could pull up to 40% of the traffic. And honestly, I've seen them outdo the organic rankings. So if you're in the map pack and you're running an ad and you're ranking organically, you're going to pull as much traffic as you possibly can. My third and final tip would just be to build up the strength of your site. So here's some data. We talked about the keywords that you're ranking for. You have 10 websites that are sending 656 links back to your site. And this is really how you build and strengthen your site. And then this is the visual representation of that. And why this is important and why this strengthens your site is it you're building a web, and www stands for World Wide Web, and that's what Google wants to see is that you're interconnected with a lot of different companies. If other websites and clients and people that and sites that Google respects and trusts or trust you enough to send patrons your way, that goes a long way. And when they do send you those links, a lot of times they'll send power from those links, and that'll build up the strength of your site. And what that looks like, here's Action Roofing in Santa Barbara. And as you can see, they're in the 30s and almost the 20s here, whereas you're in the teens and really close to zero. And you want 20s, 30s, 40s, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio, so they even have room for growth. But they have quite a bit more referring domains and backlinks, and as you can see here, they're ranking on a lot of keywords, and they're getting a ton of traffic. So this is kind of what you're hoping to get to. Obviously, it'll take a little bit of time and effort, and not all backlinks are the same. You want links that are having to do with your industry, right? Roofing, construction, all those are topical and deal with what you're dealing what you guys do. Like having a link from like a pizza place isn't going to serve as much of a purpose. And then obviously, you want stronger sites that are going to send you more power. So again, I hope this has been helpful. If you need more information, if you'd like to talk to us, my contact information is in the email. I also have a link to my calendar. Please feel free to schedule some time. And either myself or my partner, Jackie, will get back to you as soon as we can. So we'll get back to you whenever the time is that you schedule on the calendar. So with that, have a great day and God bless. Bye.